Alright, this is where I'm at so far. Cleaned a lot of this up. I'm going to start trying to cut more with the chainsaw. I want to get this big guy sectioned up. I've got the hose out here because there's so much mud on some of these. I'm going to try to wash off the logs, I guess, before I cut them up. Because I'm probably on my third chain so far with this project, just because there's so much bark and so much dirt. So that's what I'm getting into today. Let's see how I do. Okay, I got all of the stumps out here trimmed up. Just made them a little shorter so they're a little bit more manageable. I threw a couple logs under this thing because I'm going to try to get this big piece off separated from the roots. It is very thick in there. So using the hose has worked really well. Because there's so much mud, there's just rocks and all sorts of crap on here from, you know, the root ball. So I'm like halfway through this thing, and that's about all my chainsaw can do. It's a 14-inch bar. That's probably like a 28-inch stump. So I'm going to work through it, and hopefully before I drop it I can turn the camera back on. That was a little stressful. I just didn't know what this root ball was going to do. And that thing is definitely heavy enough to smush me. That went well. Landed on my log there. That used to be a fork in this tree, and it was good and dead. Whew, okay, cool. That didn't go so bad, but that is a big cut. You can see I was working on one side and okay, I think I'm going to try to cut this. This is all poison ivy. I'm probably in trouble. At least I recognize it this time. There's a huge vein on this side right there that I had to cut through. Probably covered in this stuff. Alright, I need to make this tractor size, so I'm going to section it up a bit. Okay, everything is cut up into approximate tractor, my tractor at least, manageable sized bits. Yeah, I don't know, this one's about 6 feet long. So this is Cherry, and I got a guy who owns a lumber mill that's gonna come get it, so I'm hoping I can pick this thing up with my tractor, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, and the rest of this I just kind of cut off as short as I could, all the stumps, so that I can get in here with the tractor and pick them up and bring them over there, so that whoever eventually comes to burn it. Look at this little guy. There's another ground nest for these, it's a killdeer bird. Right there. I don't know how those birds have made it this far in life by making their nests on the ground. It seems pretty wild to me that they don't get eaten by snakes and all the other things that eat eggs. Okay, that's enough for me today. I'm gonna run inside and probably wash off all the poison ivy I got on me. That'll be fun. Good stuff. See you in the next one. Alright, there's the largest log. I had to just roll that here with the front end loader and the ratchet rake on the front. But these are all the logs. This is everything worth saving anyway, or at least worth turning into firewood, and that's probably double from what it's been in the past video. Everything on the left is roots. The middle is a secondary brush pile. That's the primary brush pile that'll probably be burning. But I got everything else cleared up and cleaned up with the ratchet rake. I left these here as markers because that bird is still in there, sitting on its eggs, and I'm sure I've stressed it out today because I keep running by with the tractor, but I'm all done with that for now. There are quite a few root balls there. I'm probably gonna eventually get my pressure washer out and blast them at the root balls to try and get rid of some of the mud so that I can burn them, maybe. I don't even know. Well, this is an absolute mess. There's so many rocks in here now. But I have a new toy that I'm going to go get sorted out now, and we'll see if that does anything for me. Water level hasn't changed too much. It hasn't really been raining too extensively. In fact, it's been rather dry lately. One of my commenters told me this was a killdeer bird, and the way they operate is they try to lure you away from their nest. They usually act injured. They do this wing thing. That's what they were flashing. And then it's over there now, trying to lure me over there, away from the nest. Kind of cool. Okay, this is a drag harrow, or a harrow drag. And it's an 8 foot by 8 foot, 250 pound piece of metal you drag behind your machine. It has tines that point. You can point them up, you can point them down, and you can point them back. So medium tillage, deep tillage, no tillage, for just grading and stuff. So I'll be using this around the pond and really to maintain this field. So right now I have them set in medium tillage, so they're all tilted backwards. So I'm going to do this side of the house now, get a feel for it, and then go to the front yard and try to get that cleaned up a little bit. I just flipped it around for deeper tillage. It didn't really seem like it was doing much other than making lines in the grass, so deep tillage. Add more rocks to the collection. Alright, I harrow dragged the whole yard, and I think it turned out really nice. Especially for the first time. This ground is pretty compacted. I took it around. I didn't mess around in front of the berm there, because I'd rather that stay slicked up. But I did do this side a little bit, and I don't know. You know, it's kind of hard to describe precisely what it does. But I had it on the deepest setting, or the most aggressive setting, I guess, and did a really good job here in the dirt, and it did a pretty good job in the grass, dethatching it. I probably could have cut it lower in some areas, but we haven't had much rain here, so it's really dry. I drove by those birds, and they were sitting on top of each other, trying to scare me off, like jumping on top of each other. I mean, I think that's what they were doing. I guess they could have been doing something else, and I caught them. My lone tree is looking good here. I spread out the wood chips all around the base. Alright, well, that thing works cool. I'll be using it again some more. So, more to come on that. See you in the next one. I may as well show you the backyard too. You can kind of see how I went around the play structure here, and this is really what it did. It kind of just pulled up clumps of grass, really just aerated it good back here, and there's so much animal poop that I hope it, like, I don't know, got rid of it and like mixed it up so that my kid will stop stepping in it. But no, this will look nice, I think, if we can get some rain. I know it probably would have been worthwhile to take some video of me, like, before and after doing it. It's just hard to set up the camera and get work done sometimes when you have a bit of a limited time frame. I just went around, I didn't go too high up there, just went around here a few times. I had seeded this area last year, so I'm hoping this will spring back real nice. It really did a good job kind of mixing everything up here. Cool, well, yeah, like I said, I'm happy with that, especially for the first time. I was able to get right up to the tree line there and stir up the dirt to help things grow. So we'll see how it springs back. I hope with some sun and some rain it should look good. Gotta get started in the garden soon. We're way behind, and I don't know. This year's garden might be a little weak compared to the past, since I've been so focused on all that. But now that that's almost done, at least the hard part anyway, hopefully I can focus on other things. Well, it's a much nicer view. Before, when this all started, you couldn't even see the raspberry garden from the house. Deal with that another day. Okay, see you in the next one. That's what's left of the firewood. Here's the pond. Had a little bit of rain, but it's still pretty much a drought here in our area of Michigan. I'm going to try to burn this pile today. I want to try and get rid of that brush. I'm going to start loading up these stumps onto the pile so that they'll burn. They probably won't burn down completely, but at least if I can make them smaller. So I got my propane torch, water buckets, and water for me. So let's see what I can do here. Alright, I threw a few more stumps on there. Pretty much just got some real big ones left. I'll probably have to push those in once the thing gets burned down a little bit, but that's a big fire there, so I always get a little anxious lighting these guys off, but it'll be fine. Alright, let's see how she does. It's a big one. That is hot. Oh my goodness, what a day, what a day. That is all that's left of it. That is one dirty machine. Feels good to have all that material gone, and I raked it out with the ratchet rake. Looking good. Well, there you have it. Everything burned. There's just a little bit smoldering remaining. But wow, this looks so nice not having all those stumps and brush piled up here. So let's see, today's Tuesday around 6 p.m. I started it. It's Sunday at noon, so it'll probably be a full 3 days of burning. Before this is fully out. There's, yeah, literally just a few pieces of log there left. Yeah, it's been exceptionally dry here in Michigan, so this pond hasn't filled up much, but from what I've heard and what I've read, it's usually the snow melt that gets you all your water, so it's going to be about a year. Raspberry patch is coming in nice. Got to do some weeding. I don't know, I tried some of that high-powered vinegar, like 30% vinegar for weed killer, and it did something, but it didn't do much. Everything it did certainly didn't last. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, thought I'd just show this, and that's probably it for now. I got to get rid of that wood. Gonna have some people come pick it up to burn with, but everything went well here. May as well give a quick garden update. Got some of the seedlings in. All the seeds are in the ground anywhere. I took all these little flags from when we were doing the pond work, and there were so many of them, I kept them and decided to put them everywhere we planted something. So yeah, not too much going on. Some of these are volunteers, like this is potatoes from last year. It's potatoes. Just getting started. These are all onions. These are actually coming in. I put these in the ground probably over a week ago. All yummy, yummy onions. Strawberries are looking good. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.